Are you ready for a good time?
Hello, fellow pipers. Yanis here,
Silvio here.
and welcome to our 20-minute pipe show. Today we will be talking about a topic that one of the viewers recommended or asked the question, let's say, and Silvio and I both find this topic interesting enough to actually do it. We might do this even in the future, but only the topics that we know about the background and everything, not just because we want to do the topic because somebody requested, and just go through it. This is not a monetized channel, and we're not doing it for this.
So our friend Matt asked this, if we can make a video about this topic. So in the future, if you have some requests, some topics, and we know something about those topics, and we find a question interesting or the topic, we might do some videos about it.
Yeah. So before I go and read the part or the whole comment that he made, I'm smoking this 2015 Christmas Peterson 221 shape, and in it, Camphor, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's what I smoked earlier when I was speaking to you, Amphora, Kentucky. But now I'm smoking this, I'm using this small bulldog, old bulldog called Mayfair, made by the grand old British company, Comoy. And I'm smoking some of this new Full Virginia Flake by Samuel Gowett. Yes.
So let me read quickly what Matt wrote. It was like 2 weeks ago. We were both under the weather, and at least we were both busy. Still here with his daughter and so on, and I at work. So it's hard for us to somehow get together on an exact date or day. So Matt wrote, "Great show, guys." This was a comment under our last 20-minute pipe show. "I would love to hear what you guys think about the price gouging when people sell aged tobacco. I've seen a lot of greed and honesty. It has put me off, and I've returned to my original codger state. Haha. Seriously though, it's like a bunch of spoiled, greedy children out there. It's all going to shit as far as I'm concerned." I miss the old days where good deals could be found and gifting was common. Everybody wants to make money. It's all about money, spot on with the prophecy. Everything has a pattern, and generally these patterns can be cast with the wide net. I've seen the progression in myself. So his question was a little bit more narrow, talking about just the pricing of aged tobacco, but we are going to give you a full, let's say, more or less full view. How do we see it? And I think that we mentioned this a few times already in our videos, and you could, if you are following us regularly, know that we have different opinion about this, aren't we, Silvio?
Yes. First of all, I would like to say that yes, more and more, as I predicted years ago, YTPC will become a capitalist nightmare, something that we've tried to avoid, but it's unavoidable. I mean, look at Mr. Yanis. He makes every year plug tobacco that he spends 500 euros, I think, to make these plugs every year. No, not quite. But he puts in a lot of work. He makes beautiful boxes with the printed recipes of the tobacco. And he chooses some people and he gives this for free. It's a lot of work. You remember those Christmas beautiful boxes that he does every year. It's a lot of work. It's a labor of love, and he does it for free. Something that not too many people are doing these days, even in this amazing YTPC that we always brag about how great and good this community is. But as you can see, everybody moves to making and selling and making money here. So it has become a capitalist nightmare. As I said, we will do whatever we can. But yes, about aged tobaccos. Yeah, it is getting crazy. It is getting crazy. I've never heard about aged tobacco before 14 years ago, I think, when smoking pipes with their front, Shane Ireland, tried to sell this idea. They had some blends that were not selling because they were very tongue-bitey and whatever. They came up with this idea that in 10 years, they will be amazing. No tongue bite, nothing about what people were complaining. So this is where I think this crazy idea started. Yeah, so this is how I saw it starting.
Okay. So trying to actually having an idea to sell the tobacco for aging purposes, because the baseline tobacco fresh was not, let's say, good enough. Yeah.
Yes.
This could be one of the reasons why this aging or smoking aged tobacco idea came to the surface, let's say. My experience is different. I was I started to smoke in 2015, and soon after that, I discovered videos of people talking about aged tobacco, tobacco cellaring, and all of this. And in 2017, in December, STG stopped the production of Dunhill. In February 2018, McClelland stopped their operations, the production of McClelland tobacco. And it was quite close, and we could clearly see that how the tobacco came to the market at that time still on eBay, and the prices were crazy. I mean, crazy. You paid like I don't know, $20 for a McClelland, 100 grams of McClelland, and then you sold it for 5-6 times that price. And this is Frogmorton. Let's just check it out, because I have few of those tins. Sorry, Virginia Latakia. And it was at the beginning, I was able to buy Frogmorton for $100-gram tin in 2017 of Frogmorton was $14.75. So less than $20 in 2017. This is in May 2017. And then we all saw what happened to the prices of when the company were stopping their production. So
yeah, the fear sells. So this fear of disappearing blends sells, because I remember how people were terrorized by the fact that Dunhill tobaccos are disappearing off the market and people buying them, paying any price just to buy them. But then when they continued under Peterson name, nobody bought them anymore. This shows how crazy this thing is. You know, people paying 5 times more for a nightcap and early morning. And now, if you can check this out, they are the last sold tobaccos. You never hear about this tobacco being sold anymore. So just the desire to have them, even if you never tried them, and this fear of disappearing made this into a huge thing.
Yeah, and you already walked into the reasons of why people are doing it, or why we are doing it. Myself also, I have to say.
Yeah. So the only way I'll do it in the only way I see it as the normal thing to pay a little bit more or more for a tobacco if it's not made anymore.
Okay,
Okay,
fair
so
enough.
if
You
it's
want to
not
try
made
it.
anymore, yeah,
Yeah. So let's try to somehow list the reasons why people are buying aged tobacco. So let's start with the most positive one, and this is to actually taste the aged version of certain blend or straight tobacco. So this could be a valid, and this is a valid reason for pipers if they want to buy whatever tobacco still in production or out of production, but with some years and not like 3 years on them, because you don't need to buy a pay double triple price for 3 years old tobacco. You can just buy a fresh tin and just sell it, and then in 2, 3, 4 years you can smoke that tobacco for normal price. If you cannot wait, at least buy one tin like that, and then the others you can buy like fresh and you can age them if you really like those that tobacco being aged for some years or even more. So one is to taste the tobacco. The other one is to actually have it. This is what you said. I want to have a full tin of Dunhill, a full tin or can of McClelland or any other tobacco. There are a number of them that are not being produced anymore or not being produced under original brand, let's say. So people just want to have that. And this is also, I could say, totally okay if you want something and you have the money to pay for that, for the price, it's okay. How high is the price is a different question.
yeah,
This is also somehow a market, meaning that demand and offers, if there is more demand than offerings, the price will go up and so on. And this is how the market works. In any other situation, let's say, not only this. And this is not like you were saying, if you really want something old, some people maybe want to get an old version of a product like old knife or old something, old
yeah,
jacket, old, and they're prepared to pay more money for that. Maybe for the tobacco, we are not sure if this is if normal people will be willing to pay that much. But this is just on the preferences of the piper. If he wants to have it, he can buy it. And then the other reason that I also see is to actually to collect old tobacco. To actually have old tins of tobacco, full unopened tins of tobacco. This is also a totally valid for me reason. However, you can have it for yourself. You can buy fresh ones and sell them and later sell them as aged. You can buy aged tins and you can then sell them and sell them even as an older ones, and you put your prices according to that. In the times of McClelland going out, there was a lot of tobacco bought by Chinese. This is how somehow the information that was circling around, and they were prepared to pay that amounts of money, those amounts of money, and they bought them, and those amounts were driving the prices up. So this is another reason. Now, is this a good value or a true value or a value that is somehow right or correct? I don't know, but we can see that selling something for 5 to 10 times above the original price is a pure greed,
yeah,
nothing else. Now, if you want to fuel this greed, then you will pay that money. If not, but there will
yeah,
always, due to the number of pipers from different countries, there will always somebody who will pay that money and the prices will be somewhere there. For me, the best prices I received was quite a long time ago uh, regarding the McClelland. These were McClelland. Let me see if this is in English. What is the name? Legends. Okay, so I bought 2012. This was in 2019. 2012 Legends from McClelland. They were sold. Let me see. Sorry, in 2017 I bought. Yeah. So in 2017 I bought Legends from McClelland from Cup of Joe's. The price was $11.23. And then they sold 3 tins of Legends from 2014 that I bought in 2017. And the price was $10.65, even less. Nevertheless, they were like 3 years old. And then I bought in 2019 from I don't know who or where. I bought additional 3 tins that were from 2012. And those were already $35 US, maybe from Pipe&Tobak, let's say. So this was the best, let's say, price that I got. And the others were only then higher. The Cup of Joe's had few tins like that, but then they stopped this. And the next one would be Fort Noggins, who is doing the consignment sales for others. This is very overpriced because they are not like Pipe&Tobak buying the tins from the from regional owners and then putting on their own price, like Pipe&Tobak does usually. But they are like saying, "Oh, how much do you want for this tobacco?" I don't know. The owner says the number, and they just put on the additional extra that the shop will keep. And then there are like the vintage pipe tobacco side, and there was another one that I have prepared, the tin pits, where you're actually bidding. And here you have opportunity to either pay more or less or whatever, depending on what this is similar to maybe to the eBay in the past. So these are like the sources where you can get aged tobacco. The best source is always from your friends. So if you know somebody, you can exchange things, or you can buy from them for a normal amount of money, which is not the same price as they paid, but it's still not like 10 times the price. And if you are trading with them, then you both want to get it as cheap as possible. So the deals are usually good. But the others, people you don't know, that you are somehow finding you find that they have tobacco. These are total strangers, let's say. They will put the price they want, and you are either paying or not. That's it.
Yeah. So let me tell you how big of a gimmick this looks to me. Is the fact that everybody talks about them, everybody is buying them, but nobody is smoking them. No, it's like with those $10,000 Danish pipes by Nana Ivarsson or stuff. Where the fuck are those pipes? Nobody's using them. No. So it just, I don't know, people talking a lot about it, but nobody's smoking them. You know, even when somebody opens a tin, they never compare it with the newer tins, let's say. You know, so just from the memory, oh, it's much better from what I remembered. And from my perspective, and every time I try the tobacco, I try to compare it with the new. When I mean new, it doesn't have to be made yesterday. Maybe a year or two, let's say 3 years. You know, and then you can really make an opinion about it. But I smoked it 10 years ago. It was much worse. Now it's much better. So people are fueling this thing with actually not really comparing it, because in my opinion, it's not better. It's different. It's interesting. It's cool. It's not worth the price to pay 10 or 15 times the amount. And that's why when I usually see people, let's say, opening a 94 Christmas cheer, I watched a lot of videos, they are all usually disappointed because very few people are actually smoking them. They are just propagating and making propaganda for them. But when you really smoke it, even if the initial smell, it's amazing. When you actually smoke those H-tins, you see that they are not better, they are different. You might like them, you might not, but definitely not worth the prices. When it's a tobacco that it's not made anymore, I repeat, yes, maybe it's worth the price for you. This is my opinion. And I smoked about 15, 14 or 15 H tobaccos, and most of them I compared them with newer versions, and they were different. Once or twice they were just as good. Once it was better, let's say, but
Well,
to pay
if you were,
$500 for a tin of 30 years old downhill, you will be disappointed when you open it. If you expect something magical, no?
it's a kind of
So I recommend
magic.
try them and then buy a lot.
So let me just see if I can quickly alphabetically high to low prices. Okay. Now I will just read few stupid prices and then finish with what I think about buying H tobacco. Early morning pipe from 1792, $1,500.
For 1972.
1972, 100
Yeah.
gram tin, 50. Let's say that the normal price would be $750 because it's 100 grams. So let's say for 50 grams, you would be paying $750.
Greed.
Yeah.
Stupid greed.
PCCA vintage 5100 red cake from 2006. This was done for the pipe show, I think. 822, 100 gram. 820 for the tobacco. Imagine what you can buy for this money.
Yeah.
Imagine. Edgeworth sliced 100 grams from 1998, 635. This is all from Four Noggins.
Christ.
This is from Four Noggins. They have a lot, a big selection. However, the prices: Kingfisher, 2 ounces from 2008, 525. So these are stupid prices. I mean, this is really stupid. 50 grams of tobacco for 500 plus dollars, euros, whatever. That's crazy. Christmas cheer, 1996, 395, and so on and so forth. So you can find better prices on PipeStat. You can find better prices, maybe even on Tin Bits. But the best prices are either exchanging, trading among others, or maybe at the pipe shows. You can find some good prices there because you are actually getting directly in front of the seller. And so my conclusion with this would be that prices are too high. This is the first thing. We're talking about a tin of tobacco. But until we will have people who are prepared to pay that stupid price, the prices like that will remain. Would I do it? No. I bought some old tins, like 100 gram tin for $125 or something like that. But it was one tin. And if I divide this in 30 smokes, every smoke is like $4 or something like that, which is the price of a drink outside. I could even go and do the math that way.
Yeah, I must say this is mostly an American thing. Us Europeans did not bite that hard on this thing. I mean, I opened a 25 years old tin a few weeks ago. You opened one. I bought two tins for 30 years old that Sundowner mixture that I paid 10 euros for each. I mean, we are buying them when we
Lucky
see
you.
them. Lucky you, I send you one, so lucky both of us. So yeah, if it's a good price, we are trying them. It's nice, but we won't make this as something. I don't know. You should do every day. It's still great tobacco out there, fresh, and even these people that are propagating this with all their strength. Watch them. They almost never smoke those amazing aged tobaccos that are so much better. They're still smoking everything we smoke. So calm down, I say. No, it's really not worth it paying $500 on a tin of tobacco, no matter what. No matter what. You'll be disappointed when you actually smoke it. Yeah.
Well, it's up to you to everyone actually to decide if a tin of tobacco or a pouch of tobacco is worth that price.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
experience that you are expecting is worth that much money.
Yeah.
For me, I wouldn't go that far, for sure.
Yeah.
So to conclude this video, I can see, Silvio, that you are not in favor of buying overpriced aged tobacco.
No.
Neither am I, but I still, if I get a good offer, I would, and it's tobacco that I don't have and I want to try it, I would go and buy at least one tin just to try it. For me, it's more about tasting older tobacco, either Virginias or Virginia Burleys or English. They all have certain mellowness to that, deeper notes and maybe more sweeter, dark notes. And this is what I'm looking for. But I'm not prepared to pay stupid prices for that. To those who are charging, maybe just the best answer to everybody, just don't buy it. You have your money in your pocket, and until you have it, you're in power. When you pay it,
Yeah.
you paid it.
Yeah, it's a nice experience to add to your smoking, trying a few of these aged tobaccos. But again, it's all about if it's worth it and the price. And there's a special place in hell for these sites that make this in such a big thing, and they're digging for our money in our pockets for such big prices. Yeah.
Okay, maybe an advice for those who really want to smoke old tobacco and they are not prepared to pay the price. Join together with some other friends, pipers, put the money together, buy one tin, smoke it, and then go from there. That's it. Don't need to pay $200 or euros or pounds to smoke something. Buy it together with your friends if they want to smoke it too, and then you will all see if this is something that you like. So this will be it for today. I hope that we somehow covered the topic a little bit wider, let's say. The prices can be outrageous, but it is what it is. And if we are paying for them, we are just fueling this trend, let's say. So thank you again for stopping by, taking time, and watching our videos. If you have any interesting topics to recommend, why not? We will check them and see if we can do it, and then do it in some future shows. So until we meet again, I wish you all a lot of pleasant smoke.